morning everyone.
Good morning, ma'am.
So today we are going to start with the topic, with the chapter, that is chapter number 5, Snake and the Mirror. So snake and the mirror, by just thinking about the chapter, what all you think, what all questions come in your mind? That snake and the mirror? Anyone? Yes?
Ma'am, it says that it would be a story about the snake and the mirror and all the adventures between them.
Very good. Yes, there are so many questions that arises in our mind about snake and the mirror. Can it be snake that who is just watching the mirror and he is really feeling happy? Or is there any person involved in the chapter that who is just watching snake as well as the mirror? So there are so many questions that arises in our mind. Okay, so let's begin with the chapter. I want every one of you to pay attention here and I will be putting questions also in between. So let's begin with the chapter.
Viceroy Muhammad Bashir, fondly known as Jammu Sultan, was born in Kenya.
First of all, we start with the chapter. You should know who is the author of the chapter. Yes, the author of the chapter is Viceroy Muhammad Bashir. Okay, VMB, that is Viceroy Muhammad Bashir. Who is the author of the chapter? Viceroy Muhammad Bashir. Okay, so let's begin.
An eminent literary figure, Bashir was also a freedom fighter and a humanitarian. His first novel, Prema Lekhanam, is still considered to be one of his best works. His other notable works include Fathuma's Goat, Walls, and My Grandad Had an Elephant. His writings mostly revolve around the themes of love, struggles of human existence, life in prison, and poverty.
Now here we are talking about Viceroy Muhammad Bashir. His literary works revolves around the topic love, struggles of human existence, life in prison and poverty. Okay, these are the topics that revolves around. Now here we are talking about his literary works.
He was honored by the Sahitya Academy and Kerala Sahitya Academy in 1970. He was also awarded the Padma Shri by the Government of India. The short story, The Snake and the Mirror, was originally written in Malayalam. It was translated into English by V. Abdullah.
Yes, now this story, The Snake and the Mirror, it has been originally written in which language? Malayalam. And later on it was translated into English. Okay, originally it was written in Malayalam and later on it was translated into English. Okay, so let's begin.
It is a humorous description of a homeopathy doctor's encounter with a snake. Here is the summary of the story, The Snake and the Mirror by Viceroy Muhammad Bashir. The narrator, a homeopathy doctor, recounts his experience of having a snake coiled around his arm.
Now here, the chapter begins like this, that there is an encounter. Now, who is telling about the encounter? Here is the main character. Who is he? He is a homeopath doctor who encountered a snake. Encountered means who met a snake. And after meeting, he just expresses all his views, all his incidents to his fellow friends, to his fellow companions. So here the narrator, who is homeopath doctor, recounts his experience. Means he tells his experience of having a snake coiled around his arm.
During his bachelor days, the doctor lived in a non-electrified rented room. At that time,
Now here we are talking about whom? We are talking about homeopath doctor. Whom we are talking about? Homeopath doctor. Yes. Homeopath doctor, he is from the picture itself, it is very much clear that he is living in which kind of room. Okay? At that time, he was just setting up his medical practice. Medical practice means that he was practicing all about medical in the sciences, in the field of sciences. He only had 60 rupees and a suitcase of clothes. Who had? We are talking about homeopath doctor. He only had 60 rupees and a suitcase of clothes.
Setting up his medical practice, he only had 60 rupees and a suitcase of clothes. The room he lived in comprised a bed, a table, and a chair. The room did not have ceiling, only a log of wood supporting a tiny roof. This log of wood, the narrator recounted, frequently saw a heavy traffic of rats.
Now, here, when he was living in a rented room, he saw a heavy traffic of rats. By traffic of rats, what do you mean? Just raise up your hand. No collective answer, beta? Yes. Yes, Sanya, tell me.
And that there are lots of rats.
Exactly, very good. Clap for her. Yes. That heavy traffic means that there were lot of rats who were there on the roof, on the tiled roof. One night, now here again we are talking about homeopath doctor. One night after having dinner, the doctor returned to his room. Which doctor we are talking about? Homeopath doctor.
One night, after having dinner, the doctor returned to his room. He could not sleep, so he decided to read at the table. He heard a noise on the roof, which he took to be rats. Ignoring the noise, he opened his book, Materia Medica. While leafing through the pages...
Now, what was the name of his book that he was reading on the table? No? Yes, Jashan?
Materia Medica.
Very good. Yes, Materia Medica was the name of his medical book that he was reading on the table. And you know, when he was busy reading the book, Materia Medica, he heard a strange sound coming from top of the roof. And what was that sound? Yes, the sound was of traffic of rats. While leaving through the pages, Materia Medica, he happened to look up to his reflection in the mirror. From the picture itself, it is very much clear, beta, that he is reading the book. Who is reading the book? Yes, homeopath doctor. He is reading a book. He is busy reading Materia Medica, and he saw his reflection in the mirror. So let's see that whether he was very happy to see his reflection and what were the thoughts that came in his mind.
The Materia Medica, he happened to look up to his reflection in the mirror. The doctor was a bachelor and quite taken with his looks. So, while looking at his reflection, the doctor made two important decisions.
Yes, now it was the time when homeopath doctor, when he saw his reflection in the mirror, he was very much impressed. He was very much
Impressed with that.
Okay, now when he saw in the mirror, what were thoughts? What kind of thoughts he made in his mind? Two important decisions that he took when he saw his reflection in the mirror. What were the two earth-shaking decisions? Yes, Hardeep?
Ma'am, that he will always keep that attractive smile on his face, and he will grow a mustache on his face to become attractive.
Yes, very good. Yes, Manya?
He made two earth-shaking decisions
that he would shave daily and grow a thin mustache.
Very good. Clap for them, everyone. Yes. Very good. See here, even every youngster, sit down. Every youngsters want to look handsome. Is it?
Yes.
Yes. Do you agree with me?
Yes.
Everyone, every person, and here we are talking about whom? We are talking about homeopathic doctor who is a bachelor, and he also wants to look smart. Okay? He has two earth-shaking decisions. That first one, that he will grow a thin mustache to look handsome, and at the same time, he thinks that he wants to have an attractive smile, so that
He would look more
yes, he would look more handsome and attractive. So first he would grow a mustache to enhance his handsomeness, okay? To just improve his handsomeness. So let's begin.
First, he would grow a mustache to enhance his handsomeness. Second, he would always have an attractive smile on his face.
Yes.
These decisions reveal the vanity of the doctor.
Vanity means personality of the doctor. Yes.
The story. As he made these decisions, he heard the noise on the roof again. Dismissing the noise, he started walking around the room thinking he should marry soon. He decided to marry a rich, plump woman doctor, so she would not be able to chase him.
Now, while taking the earth-shaking decisions, he took two earth-shaking decisions.
Yes,
to
ma'am.
to grow a mustache and what? To have an attractive smile always on his face. Now here, while he was just walking there, just putting hands back, and he was thinking deeply. What it shows? That he was thinking deeply about his marriage. Right? He was thinking about his marriage. He decided to marry. Now, when he was thinking deeply and just walking around there in his room, what he was thinking? He was thinking that he should get married. And at the same time, he would also think that what kind of a person or what kind of a girl he should get married. Right? So here, he decided to marry a rich, plump. Plump means fat. Right? Plump women doctor, so she would not be able to chase him. Chase means to run after him. Run after whom? Run after the doctor, homeopath doctor. To chase him if he choose to run away. Means who choose to run away? Homeopath doctor. Now here he is just describing about what kind of wife he want to have in his life.
If he chose to run away, he sat down again. The room had gone quiet. Suddenly, there was a noise overhead. Startled, he looked around. At the same time, a fat snake fell on the doctor and coiled around his shoulder.
Yes.
The doctor went deaf.
Now, from the picture itself, in the beginning, what we read, what is the name of the chapter?
And the
Snake and the mirror. Snake and the mirror. So from here, the whole story begins. Okay? Now here, he was just busy reading the story, reading the materia medica. He was busy, and suddenly what happened? A snake fell on his shoulder. So here, the doctor went deadly
But
still.
he could not move for fear.
The doctor went deadly still. He was extremely frightened. Who was extremely frightened? Doctor. Why, yes, everybody would be frightened only when we see a snake. Whether it is dead or whether it is alive. Yes, everybody is frightened when sees a snake. Okay? Same way, here, homeopath doctor, the doctor went deadly still. It means after just having snake on his shoulder, he was sitting still. He was really very frightened. He was scared. He was extremely frightened, but he could not move. for fear of the snake attacking him. Yes. Why he was not moving?
Because
No collective answers, Peter. Yes, Pranav.
If you would move, then the snake will bite.
Yes, very good. It is obvious, Peter. He was extremely frightened. He was really very scared, and he was just thinking, if I move a bit, the snake will bite me. The snake will attack me. So here, very good, Peter. Sit up. The doctor went deadly still. He was extremely, means who was extremely frightened?
I'm the doctor.
Homeopath?
Doctor.
But he could not move for fear of the snake attacking him. So what happened after that?
Fear of the snake attacking him. His mind, however, was racing with possibilities.
Yes, whose mind we are talking about? Yes, homeopath, doctor.
Whether God would be pleased or angry with him.
Now here, the doctor believed when he was thinking that what to do. That time he just prayed for just the presence of mind in his, what was revolving, that I don't know whether I have done any kind of mistake, or that's why I don't know why the doctor is feeling like that. And even the God, that time, whom he was remembering? Only God. He was remembering all about God. I don't know whether I have done some mistake. That is why I am feeling such kind of problem right now. So here, the doctor believed his life dependent on God's decision at this point. Which point we are talking about, Peter?
when the snake
Yes, when the snake coiled around his arm. Okay, so let's start.
The doctor believed his life depended on God's decision at this point. The snake was now crushing his arm. The doctor felt his arm going numb.
Now here, when the snake coiled around his arm, what kind of feeling he was having?
like something is crushing.
Yes, as if something is crushing in his arm. Crushing, what do you mean by crushing? That he was feeling as if there is no energy. His arm was going numb, means having no energy at all. In which arm the snake was coiled around. Okay, he wondered what would happen if the snake would bite him. Now he had so many decisions, so many things, so many possibilities kept on arising in his mind. So here he wondered. Who wondered? Yes, homeopath doctor. He wondered what would happen if the snake would bite him.
He wondered what would happen if the snake bit him. He was poor, therefore had no medicines in the room. For a moment, his foolishness made him smile. He felt God smiling with him as well. The snake turned its head and looked at him.
Now here, after he had so many possibilities in his mind, what happened after that? Yes? What was the next step that he had in his mind? He used his brain. He was active and alert. His presence of mind. What was his presence of mind when the snake was there near to him? Yes? How his mind worked that time? He was just fighting with everything that what should be done next. So here the snake turned its head and looked at the mirror. The moment the snake turned and looked towards the mirror, what happened? Who saw his reflection in the mirror? Yes. The snake saw its reflection in the mirror and slipped down from his arm and moved towards the mirror. Okay.
The mirror. It seemed hypnotized by its reflection. The doctor wondered whether, like him, the snake was in.
Now, what was the reason? There are so many things that come in our mind. That what is the reason that why the snake who was coiled around his arm suddenly went towards the mirror? Maybe somebody is saying that we have so many thoughts that maybe he's hypnotized by seeing his own reflection, or maybe the snake is really feeling happy to see his image in the mirror. So here the doctor wondered whether, like him, the snake was thinking of its beauty and how to enhance it. Now here, homeopath doctor, what he is thinking, maybe, see, at one time we are saying maybe he is hypnotized by seeing his own reflection in the mirror. Okay, and at the same time, even homeopath doctor, he is thinking maybe even I am fond of just looking my reflection in the mirror, and I also really feel happy to look handsome. Maybe snake is also doing the same thing. Snake was thinking of its beauty. Now here, what are the thoughts that came in homeopath doctor's mind? That the snake was thinking of its beauty. Maybe he is thinking of its beauty. That's why he is just seeing his reflection in the mirror and feeling very happy. Yes. And how to enhance it? How to enhance its beauty?
Thinking of its beauty and how to enhance it. The snake slid away from the doctor and towards the mirror. The doctor now felt life returning to his heart. He left the room quietly so as not to draw the attention.
Now here what happened in the end of the chapter. Now here is the time that snake is seeing the reflection in his mirror, and who is he? The homeopath doctor. He is really frightened and he's just thanking God. Thank God that my life is saved, and he's just running from the room to save his life. The doctor now felt like returning to his arm. He left the room quietly so as not to draw the attention of the snake. So he just ran from there, from his rented room.
Once outside, he ran for his life.
Yes.
His audience, relieved, asked him questions about his wife and whether the snakes followed when he ran. The doctor replied that contrary to his expectations.
Now here, after just going from his rented room, he just ran to his friend's house. And the moment he to his friends, what happened? There were so many questions that came from the friend's side. Now there were so many questions. For example, the doctor, first question that came from the friend's side was about his wife. So what was the question about his wife and how he replied? The doctor replied that contrary to his expectations, his wife was thin with a gift for running. So in the beginning only, in the mid of the chapter, what kind of thought he had about his wife? That my wife should be rich and plump, so that she cannot run after me, she cannot chase after me. But in the end, what kind of reply when friends, they asked him about his wife? So what was the reply that he gave was, the doctor replied that contrary to his expectations, means he had expected something else. But his wife was thin with a gift for running. Now in the end, his wife to whom he got married was thin, and she was very good at running because she was thin. Okay.
His wife was thin with a gift for running. He then proceeded to conclude the story. After escaping from the snake, he ran to his friend's house. The next day, accompanied by his friend, he went back.
Now in the end, after just describing all about his wife, that what kind of wife he's having, after that he just took his friend along with him to his rented room, and what he found there, the next day accompanied, means he took his friend along with him. By his friend he went back to his room, and what kind of scene he saw there, you can see here.
To his room. the snake anywhere. However, he discovered that
Yes, from here, there was no sign of the snake anywhere. Now, what was the time that he entered with his friend? Who entered with his friend? A homeopath doctor. Very good. A homeopath doctor, when he entered along with his friend, what he saw there, that there was, means all the things were scattered there. Okay? All the things were scattered there and the snake was also not there. Right? Can you see the picture? Snake is there?
No, ma'am.
No. Yes, the snake has also gone from that place and everything is scattered. There was no sign of the snake anywhere. However, he discovered that he had been robbed. Who had been robbed? Yes, a homeopath doctor had been robbed. Means not even a single thing was there in his rented room. So, in the end,
that he had been robbed.
there was no sign of the snake anywhere. However, he discovered. Who discovered in the end?
The homeopath.
Yes, the homeopath doctor discovered in the end that he had been robbed. So let's discuss few questions that we have already, as we have already discussed the chapter. I hope that you have understood each and every line of the chapter.
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Yes. So let's begin. Let's recapitulate the chapter. Okay. Now I'll be asking you few questions. Now, Shivika, stand up. Can you just describe in 2 lines that what is the chapter all about?
Ma'am, the chapter is all about a homeopath doctor, the snake and mirror. First, the doctor is hypnotized by the mirror by his own reflection. Then same is after that with the snake also. And in the last,
Yes.
we can say that the whole the house of the doctor was robbed.
Yes. In a very precise manner, you can explain that in the end, yes, the whole house was robbed by the robbers. Means not even a single thing was there inside the house. Okay? And that was what? Who saw there? Homeopath doctor. He took along with him his friend. Very good, Shivaka. Yes, all of you clap for her. Now the next question. Yasmin, stand up, beta. What were the 2 earth-shaking decisions that he took? That homeopath doctor took?
First was that he should grow a thin mustache to look attractive, and second was that he should have an attractive smile on his face to look handsome.
Yes, very good. Clap for her. Well done, beta. Now, third question. Sarthak, stand up. Now, can you explain that how he was feeling when a snake was coiled around his arm?
Ma'am, his whole arm was feeling numb and he was not feeling anything on his arm because the snake has coiled on his arm.
And the snake was what? It was
It was
crushing his
arm.
Yes, very good. Sit down. Yes. Tanvi, stand up. Tell me something about a snake. That how the snake entered the room
Ma'am, the
and
snake.
what time he felt that snake is there and he heard even the airy sound.
Ma'am, he heard the sound thrice, and then
Very good.
Then the snake came on the shoulder, his shoulder, the doctor.
And after that,
And after that, he cried around his arm, and then it saw its reflection in the mirror.
very good, very good. Well done, Tanvi. Yes. Now, next question, sit down. Pranav, stand up. Okay, tell me what kind of feelings he had when he saw the snake, that snake is seeing his reflection in the mirror?
Ma'am, firstly, he was the doctor was imagining that that the snake was also like hypnotized by seeing his own reflection, and then he imagined that the snake would also watching his own reflection, and after watching his reflection he would be happy, and then he would enhance his beauty.
Excellent answer, all of you. Clap for him. Okay, so children, this was all about today's chapter. You all responded very well. Clap for yourself.